Oh, okay.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Today I'm accompanied by my beautiful assistant, my wife.
Hello.
Oh, Eliza.
Hi.
Oh. And I'm Andre. So today's topic is going to be how to lose the holiday weight. It's a topic that a lot of people care about. And we're just gonna give a few simple guidelines, and we have received a few questions from our viewers, and then we'll answer them one by one here. So losing weight, there are only a few ways to do, and a few of them are the only healthy way to go about. One is you need to eat less, of course, because during holidays we tend to overeat, right? And and during the holidays we actually usually don't do any exercises until we wait till the New Year's, and then starting our New Year resolution, and then starting working out, or anything that help us lose weight. So first thing I said is to eat less, and then there's a better way to go about it, is that you want to eat like a medium-sized breakfast, like a healthy, hearty breakfast with enough carb to keep your day started and keep you going for the rest of the day. That's the source of your energy for the day. And then for lunch, you can eat like a medium to large portion of meal. Because it's still in the middle of the day, you still have plenty of time to digest, and then to just have your body process the food, and then have enough energy to send the nutrient to wherever it should go. But for dinner, you should eat like a light portion dinner. Something like, it's better to eat like maybe 60 to 70% full, and have your dinner at least 4 hours before your bedtime. So still leaves you enough time to digest, and otherwise you're gonna go to bed with food in your stomach, and it's not only can make you gain weight, and it also creates a lot of toxins for your body. So second thing to do is to exercise, and there are a couple easy ways. Easy way to exercise is you don't have to set like, I have to exercise half an hour a day and then do it every day or do it every other day. That give you something, a task that's too difficult to complete, and you end up giving it up. Easy way to incorporate some exercise is like do it during your downtime. Like, for example, if you're at work, you need to go to the bathroom, and then if you're embarrassed about it, you do it in the bathroom, so where nobody sees. Do a couple squats and a couple lunges, or if you're watching TV at home, watch it between episodes or during commercials. Just whenever you have a minute or two, do a couple of those, or do the exercise that you want for the body parts that you want to work on. And so that will be a good habit to incorporate, and it will last. You'll keep you going longer, rather than going really hard at it and then quitting only after a short period of time. The third thing is you have to have enough rest, because burning fat needs energy, and if you don't have enough energy, you're not going to burn any fat. So resting is also very important in your diet, and that's one of the main ingredient of how to lose weight. So anything you'd like to add before the question starts?
No, just enjoy your life and exercise while you can, and sleep well, eat well, and marry someone you really love.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we have a question here. Oh, okay. Thank you for participating, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Okay, let's start with the first question.
Okay, the fat tend to store in the midriff, and how and why does that happen, and any recommendation of how to reduce it?
So for this type of this body type, you tend to store your fat around your abdomen area, and this type of person usually have like skinnier limbs. So if you don't see his abdomen or her abdomen, this person will look like skinny, but once you see it, you realize, okay, that's where the fat is stored. So this type of body, usually it has to do with the function of the spleen, because spleen in our body controls basically our lower abdomen, and spleen is an organ that help us digest the food. Not only it helps turn the food into the nutrients that we need, it also helps transport, so sending the nutrient to correct part of our body. So wherever we need a certain nutrient, you help send it there. So this type of person generally has a better, like a good digestion to transforming the food into nutrient, but doesn't have a good function of transporting the nutrient to where it's needed. So spleen is so in Chinese medicine we say spleen can be overworking when you eat too much in a sitting. So try to eat a little bit less, maybe like 80% of what you normally eat. And also spleen is an organ that it controls our muscles. So you can do some like weight training, like a lightweight muscle training type of exercise to kind of strengthen your spleen, and you'll be able to lose some weight in the midriff area. Of course, follow our guidelines of resting, exercising, and diet will also help.
Okay, question number 2 is it true that it's harder to lose weight for people with more cold in their bodies? Does it help we eat less ice or cold food?
Actually, people gain weight can have multiple reasons. The cold can be one type. There also can be heat and can be other reasons. If we're gonna focus on the cold, then of course it hinders our body function to to transform or to transport the nutrients, and also burning the fat because burning fat needs energy, and our body needs to maintain a certain temperature so we don't die. Our organ will needs that stay at that temperature to stay healthy and functioning. So the body's first priority is to maintain the body temperature. So if your body temperature is low, or you tend to have a more colder body constitution, most of your energy will be used to basically to heat up your body first. And if there's anything left, then you'll be used to for other functions such as burning fat. So if you eat more if you're already a cold type of body and then you eat more cold or drink more cold food, it's gonna consume more energy, so you will have less energy to burn the fats. So for you, it would be better not to eat these cold and cold nature type of food or drinks. Also avoid raw food, like uncooked food, such as sushi, salad, or even fruits. Fruits can I like to mention fruits can, if you're eating too much fruit, it can hinder the function of the spleen. So go back to the first question. If you tend to accumulate more fat in midriff, the fruits can have an effect on it too. So next question.
Yeah, actually, it's my question. I work out daily, but it doesn't help me to lose weight after a certain period of time. And why?
Because when you usually people see, like, when they're starting exercising, they're in the first half or first part, it's very effective very quickly, and then it kind of plateau because it's easy to lose the excess, but your body has a certain type of balance, and if you don't do any other lifestyle changes or diet, it's not gonna help you restoring that balance. So so it's important that your body condition is at a better balance when you want to lose weight. What I normally do in the clinic, we need to go through a full examination to see what kind of body type you are, and using acupuncture or herbal medicine to help your body restore the balance. So when your body is healthy, all the basic functions are normal, then your body will lose the excess weight and then maintain its most optimal weight and figure. Next question.
Okay. Chen Pi and He Ye, that's aged orange peel and lotus leaves, helps to reduce fat. Is it true? And how do we incorporate that into our daily diet?
So if you know something about Chinese medicine, or you're familiar with Chinese medicine, the aged orange peel and lotus leaves, their function is to help your digestion. So if you go to dim sum, they will add orange peel into some of their dishes. Basically, when after you eat and you are very bloated from eating too much, the orange peel will help you reduce the bloatedness and then kind of help your digestion a little bit. And so does lotus leaf. It kind of helps you digest greasy food a little bit better. But the function, because these are very mild type of medicine, and they can be considered as food as well. So the potency or the function of these herbs are not very strong, and it will help you digest, but in my experience, it doesn't really help you lose weight. Next question.
Okay, next question. The last 5 to 10 pounds seems to stick with me, on my stomach especially. How can I get rid of it?
So this question, it's really hard to answer without knowing who you are and without actually seeing you, because there can be many reasons that you still have this little bit of extra weight on your stomach. It can be a reason that you're not resting enough, or it can be your diet. There's something wrong with your diet, or thirdly, it can be that your exercise is not working for you, or in my view, that your body is not actually balanced. Something is off balance. It can be more commonly seen is the bowel movement. Where the bowel movement state. So, like a healthy bowel movement, you should have at least once to twice every day, and then the form should be solid. The color should be like yellow brownish, and shouldn't be sticky to the toilet or when you're wiping. And the most important part is that you should feel emptied after each time you go, because if you have like this excess stool kind of accumulating in your intestine, it can be a reason that you still have some excess weight around your stomach. And the best way to improve it is to help you go see someone to help you regulate your bowel movement, and then maybe your last couple pounds will be reduced after that.
And the next question, can you suggest a healthy 3-meal-a-day program? And is there a good time to take my meals?
So I kind of covered that in the beginning. So basically you want a medium-sized breakfast. I know a lot of people, they skip breakfast because they didn't have time, or they wake up very late. These are all not a good excuse to not have breakfast, because you should wake up in a certain hours in the morning to keep your health. And if you wake up, if you sleep in very late, and that kind of screws up your biological clock, and it will also have some effect on your health. So the best time to have breakfast is somewhere between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So that in Chinese medicine, that's the time of the stomach meridian. That's when the stomach is most active. So a lot of people feel hungry during this period, and then once you pass 9 a.m., you no longer feel hungry, and they think it's okay, but actually it's not. So this will be the best time to have breakfast. And since it's still early in the day, you can eat pretty much like a hearty, healthy breakfast. Enough carb, enough energy, enough calorie. You don't have to skimp on the breakfast, afraid of losing weight. If you're eating like cereal or oatmeal, it's better that you have something like more like eggs or toast, like carbs and proteins to help you. So it gives you energy to maintain your daily activity throughout the day. And then the best time to have lunch is actually I would say 1 to 2 p.m. because that's the time for small intestine to be the most active, and you should have like a medium to large portion of lunch. Just because it's still early in the day compared to your bedtime. And if you eat a little bit bigger lunch, so you don't have to eat such a big meal at lunch. I know some people tend to eat like a small breakfast, medium lunch, and then large dinner. It's really, really unhealthy to do that. And because I know nowadays people work late, and then they get home late, still have to cook, and they end up eating dinner at 7 or 8 p.m. and then go to bed at 10. It's basically it's not gonna help you lose any weight. So for dinner, it would be better to eat a light dinner, like you want to be like 60 to 70% full, just enough so you don't feel hungry. and it's best to be at least 4 hours before your bedtime. So I would say like 6 p.m. would be a good time, 6 to maybe 7 the latest, because you should go to bed around at least before 11. 6 p.m. I would say that would be the best. And for a light dinner, just eat something that's easier to digest. So meaning when something's easier to digest, you get hungry quicker than eating other stuff. For example, if you eat some greasy or deep fried stuff, you might not feel hungry for a long time. But if you only have like a noodle or what else, something easier to digest that you
Alcohol?
Alcohol?
Chocolate. We've been having really good chocolate from Paris.
Chocolate.
I'm not helping.
No, not helping at all. Let's ignore that.
Oh, I have a quick question. When is a good time to have fruit? Because I know a lot of people tend to have some fruit after meals. Is it good? Is it a good practice?
Fruits, that really depends on the body type. Actually, some body type they probably won't benefit from eating any fruits, to be honest. So fruits, because it's considered raw, uncooked, its nature tend to be cold. So it's better that you eat the fruit accompanied with something warm, with a meal. So probably after your regular meal will be the best if you have to eat any. I know this idea is kind of controversial, unconventional. Most people think you need fruits every day, and then you should eat fruits, and fruits are good for you, but actually for some body type it's not. Next question.
Acupuncture can burn fat. How effective is that?
Acupuncture it does help you lose fat in the areas that you want to lose fat, because the needles or whatever is inserted in that area will stimulate the metabolism and blood circulation in that area. So if you have excess fat around your stomach, and then you can have your acupuncturist insert needles just under the skin there, and after the session you'll burn some fat for sure, but it also come back very quickly, because if you don't change your lifestyle or your diet, you're not fixing the root problem. You're kind of just putting a patch on the things that you want a quick fix. So you can, and it works, but it doesn't last very long. That's my experience.
So that's just like a booster, or just to...
Yeah, I would say after you go through like a treatment course of helping your body to restore its basic function, and your body is at a pretty balanced state, and you're still not losing weight in certain area, then you go for that type of acupuncture, and that will kind of help you with like a finishing touch. And because your body is already at balance, it's probably less likely to gain back that weight that you lose from the acupuncture. Let's answer a question. Is avoiding rice altogether a good idea? So rice is, now we know it's carbohydrate, and there is a diet, I forgot the English name. Anyway, it's basically very low carb diet, or almost no carb diet. For certain people it's good. For for people who has been eating a lot of carbs in their diet, so who are overweight and then were unhealthy, or some people who has diabetes from basically Chinese medicine we call it an excess type. So when you have excess type of body, and avoiding rice will help you kind of get rid of all those excess. But maybe to a certain point, when you lose all the excess, you want to maintain your health, you need to start eating carbs again. So carb is a very important source of energy for our body and then for our brain. So I don't think it's a good idea to avoid it completely.
Okay.
Next question. I really like sushi and fruits though. Anyway, to compensate. So because their nature is cold, you want to compensate it with something warm. So you know why when you go eat sushi, there's always ginger on the side of your plate? That's the Japanese way of compensating, because ginger has a warming type of nature, and you'll kind of compensate with the cold nature of the sushi. And you can have hot soup or other hot food accompanying you with the sushi or food. That will kind of maybe help you offset the imbalance a little bit. But if you overeat or you eat too much, and that won't do the trick. Any more questions?
Okay, yeah, there is one question from the viewers, but it's not related to today's subject. Why do I have blood clot during menstruation?
Okay, not related, but blood clots is in Chinese medicine we call it blood stasis. So that meaning your blood is not flowing as normally, and when your blood is not flowing, it tends to get kind of sticky, become very viscous. So because during menstruation the blood comes from the uterus, and when the only time that blood will actually clotting is when it leaves your body. So this blood is already left the blood vessel around your uterus, but it wasn't discharged during the previous menstruation or the current menstruation, and it forms a clot. So basically that's just an indication that your blood is not flowing properly. Okay, I think that's all the questions we have for today. If you like my content, please like my page, and remember to set the following status as see first. So you will get the latest or all the notification from all the postings from me. You can also visit my website at www.andreshitcm.com. I've written some blogs over there about previous medical cases, and all the videos will also be posted there as well. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.